Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. In this particular video, we're going to be talking about Harry Kane. Now, he has done an interview, if I'm right by saying, with Sport Build, I want to say, with Christian Falk, and it is Build, but it's Build Sontag, I believe is how you say it. So yeah, he's done an interview, and that's basically what we're gonna be talking about in this particular video. Of course, in a couple of hours there will be a stream for the match um, um, versus Augsburg. I'm very interested to see what's going to go on with the team and so on. So yeah, I hope you guys going to enjoy. If you do, please do smash the thumbs up button, people. Hit the subscribe button, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. So if we exit that, there we go, straight away. Let me zoom that in one more. So Harry Kane, in an interview with Christian Falk, so he said that I felt it was time for me to take the next step in my career. I wanted this experience to fight for titles for the Champions League. Playing for a club as huge as Bayern is an insane challenge. I was thinking less about the league and more about FC Bayern. How can I get better? Bayern is the perfect club here for me here. And to be honest with you, as a Bayern fan, you know that I want to hear this type of thing, you know. And I know it's some people might be saying, well, it's cliche, it's the same, it's the thing you say, but like I think he means it. Like this guy's a down to earth person. You can see it. You know, he doesn't go out clubbing or from what we know, because obviously he's a superstar. You know, I think we would know, not even being Bayern fans, but as me being an Englishman, it would be all in the papers because the papers don't give a shit about anyone other than themselves and getting clicks and shit. So he seems like a very down to earth person. So yeah, man, I'm with it without a doubt. Then. He said Kane on the biggest difference between the Premier League and the Bundesliga. He said the atmosphere in Bremen was incredible, very different from England and the Premier League. It was a league game, but it felt like a big European night, like a Champions League game. The match was a high-paced game. Bremen played man-to-man aggressively with the defensive line, pushed forward. There were also many counter-attacks. There are few teams in the Premier League that act like that. But what was really impressive was the high tempo and the atmosphere. I have to adapt to it, but I feel like I can compete in any league, in any country. It's amazing to add this experience to my resume. Then he was asked, Kane on his conversation that he had with Rummenigge before his move. He said, Mr. Rummenigge explained to me how the club is managed. And how important the fans are. That's what we want to hear, man. That's what we want to hear. Then he goes on to say that the club is like a family. Almost everyone in the club knows everyone. The fans get very close to us players. But he also explained to me how big the pressure is at Bayern. Trophies are expected here. You know, and that, I'm not even trying to be that guy, but it's different than Tottenham. You know what I mean? Like it's not. You know, they probably want to win things, but it's not expected. Nowhere near. Actually, more than just one. Before the first game, there was also this special extra pressure to have to win. That's the mentality here. There is only one way at Bayern: win. And yep, I'm with that as well. Rummenigge explained that very well, and this FC Bayern mentality will make me a better player and help me progress. Then he said it feels like a very strong connection with the fans here, a family. At first, I was I could hardly believe it when I saw there were normal residential buildings on the other side of the training ground. This is unique. The fans are such a big part of football, a football club. They are with us through thick and thin, getting in touch with them. through an autograph, a photo, a short conversation is important and not a problem for me at all. Again, like I said, this guy's very grounded, man. Very, very grounded. And obviously, there's a picture of him obviously signing for the fans, and I'm jealous of every single one of them. And then he says, I think I'm a down-to-earth person. That's literally what I just said, wasn't it? I think I'm a down-to-earth person. I never get where I am from. I remember when I remember well how I used to look up to stars like David Beckham back then. 10 seconds with one of those stars would have meant the world to me. I'm now trying to give the kids in particular who are waiting for me a memory they will remember for a lifetime. This guy, man. This guy's nuts. I said Kane on the old photo alongside his wife, Kate, with David Beckham. He said that was a great moment for me. Back then, David Beckham opened an academy for kids to which we were invited as a school class and were allowed to train with him there. I was 11 years old. My wife and I know each other since we were 5 years old. Almost our entire lives. We started dating when we were 18, but had a lot of contact before that. So they were like friends before that, and there they are. Kane looks so funny as a kid. Kane on his newborn baby said we decided the birth would take place in a familiar environment in London, but Henry is coming soon with his mother and his 3 siblings, and will grow up speaking German. His German will one day be better than mine, and then he laughs. I've always followed Bayern in the Champions League and Bundesliga matches as a footballer. I like to watch games of the best teams, including Bayern. I also spoke a lot with the coach, Thomas Tuchel, beforehand. He told me which system he would like to play, what makes sense based on the type of player. Before the move, I was intensively involved with FC Bayern. Thomas also showed me exactly where he sees me, my positioning. I want to understand my teammates, what sets them apart, what drives them. I'm learning every day right now, and I hope this connection will become really strong in the coming months. Then he says, on Thomas Tuchel, he said, we met a few times in the Premier League. When we met in the summer, I was immediately struck by his energy. Thomas Tuchel is bursting with ideas. He has a great personality. It's important to me to have a good relationship with the coach. The foundation for that was laid early on. Thomas speaks his mind straight to your face, and he wants you to do the same to him. The human as well as the professional side just fits between us. Okay, fair enough. If he's a straightforward person, that's fair enough. I didn't know that. It's interesting, man. How did Tuchel convince you of FC Bayern? He said Thomas wanted to get to know me first and told me why he wanted me at Bayern. In the same meeting, however, he went into great detail where exactly does he see me, and that I should play as a clear 9 than I often do at Tottenham. My role was a bit different. I dropped deeper often with players like Leroy Sané, Kingsley Coman, and Serge Gnabry on the wings. A team can attack quickly. That allows me to position myself in the centre of the penalty box. I can adapt to that. Even the playing style of England national team and Tottenham were different, and that was never a problem for me. So basically what he's saying there is, England with Gareth Southgate play a bit different to how Tottenham did with whatever manager at the time. And he said that he adapted to that, so it's not a problem. Kane on his 100 million price tag, he said, I'm extremely grateful to Bayern for never giving up. They have great faith in me, but I do not want to look at a number too much. I'm here now on the pitch, in the dressing room. I want to help, be a leader, score goals. I don't have the transfer fee in mind. That doesn't change my approach. Again, humble. Any other person might lose their head because of that. He said, maybe my journey here can be an inspiration for youngsters, English players, to do the same and take that step. I can remember David Beckham making a move from Manchester United to Real Madrid. I know what he's saying. I think that probably has inspired some youth, but David Beckham didn't want to go. I know where he's coming from, though. But yeah, obviously David Beckham got kicked out of the club. But I know where he's coming from. You know, an Englishman going to a different league is like mind-boggling to some people. Yeah, just look what Sancho did. I know he's not doing very well in Manchester United right now, but he was doing amazingly, unfortunately, for Dortmund. You know, it is what it is. I was a kid and I was like, wow, what an amazing experience. Maybe I took Beckham as an example. I always wanted to see a different league, a different environment. So far, it's going great. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's going great on and off the pitch. I'm happy when my wife and our 4 children come to Munich from London, and we move into a house. That should happen in the next 6 weeks. Okay, that's fair enough. Then Kane on Thomas Muller said, a great guy who took very good care of me from the start on the pitch. He really does everything with his eyes, his head. This unique intuition, I believe is what that says. He's seen so many players come and go at FC Bayern, and yet he approaches me immediately with his openness. He can push the whole team with his experience, and I'm looking forward to getting to know him better. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. See, he's getting forward to looking to him back. Tuchel, play Muller for fuck's sake. Come on, bro. You've got to play Muller. You've got to, man. Are you a classic number 9 or a playmaker? He said, I could play both. When Christian Eriksen and Dele Alli played as a 10 at Tottenham, I was more of a classic 9 there. In Thomas Tuchel's system at FC Bayern, I'll be a clear number 9. But I also love serving my teammates with passes, like in the first goal in Bremen, obviously with Leroy Sané. If an opponent is playing man-to-man, I can drop more into the midfield to give space to the wingers. Now, this is one thing I want to say. Obviously, you guys know I want Vlahovic, blah, 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 whatever. Hurry Kane's the striker. He is my striker now, whatever. But in general, on this, I think this really helps Bayern as a whole. You know, and maybe some people seen that. But like, I think this helps Bayern as a whole, because a classic number 9, if he was just playing a classic number 9 and only playing a classic number 9, it would hurt the team if they were playing man-to-man and they were man-marking him. But the fact that he can drop deep and he actually has that, like you can ask any player to drop deep, they might not be very good at it, but he can do both, which I think is very, very interesting, and could help Bayern in the long run, without a doubt. On Kane on Gerd Muller, he was always going to get asked about Gerd. He said, Gerd Muller was one of the greatest strikers ever. I've watched a lot of his videos on YouTube and I know some of his records, but I will certainly get to know the history of this absolute legend even better here. I also admired Robert Lewandowski as a young player. He took a fantastic path and set unbelievable records. I want to reach his level and maybe even better. 100%. 100%. I know a lot of people read into that, not me. How annoyed are you that you haven't won trophies in your career so far? Ooh, okay, this is a spicy question. Let's see what he says. That has been our goal at Tottenham year after year. We came very close to that goal, and had really good years. It was a pity that we never made it to the finish line. Now I want to fight for the. See, look, he swerved that. This is the thing with Harry. He is a professional, and he is very, very, very media trained. Like, he understands. Like, he's not a dumbass. Put it that way. He's not just going to come out and say, "Yeah, Tottenham is shit." You know what I mean? Like, if you see, look, that was the goal from Tottenham year after year. We came very close to that goal, and we really had really good years. So he's basically saying, I had really good time at Tottenham. We come close. It was the year after year was the thing. That was their goal, year after year, blah, blah, blah. And then straight away, it was a pity that we never made it to the finish line. So basically what he's saying, obviously, it was a pity that we never won anything. And then he said, and then he stops. Doesn't say any more about Tottenham, his time there, blah, blah, blah. He said, now, I now want to fight for the league, the cup, and the Champions League. That will bring me forward as a player. Winning these first trophies is very important to me. I hope that we can, I hope that we will, it will be the case this season, 100%. I know that when I turn 30 as a footballer, people somehow almost have retirement in the back of their minds, but I would like to play at the top level for another 7 to 8 years. And the example of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Karim Benzema or Lewandowski shows that it is an absolute possible. It is possible to achieve top performances when you are a footballer. The decision for FC Bayern was not made because of time pressure, but out of conviction. And then the last thing he says is Kane on the 2024 Champions League at Wembley said it would be an absolute dream to play this game in my home country. There are still a few months to go before then, but we can go far with our team in the Champions League. So yeah, let me know what you guys think on what Harry Kane has had to say. Are you happy with Kane? So on and so forth. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, smash the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Like I said in this video, I think he's a very down-to-earth person. Like I said, I like that he isn't just a number 9. He can play the number 9, but he can also come a little bit deeper if he needs to, and if he feels like he is being man-marked and whatever. And the thing is with Bayern is we don't have slow wingers. We have rapid wingers. Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, so on, Kingsley Coman, so on and so on and so on. You know what I mean? And that helps us, you know, which is very, very interesting. And then if you have, obviously Musiala, but if you have Muller in that role behind him, you know, they can help each other without a doubt. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, smash the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Of course, we'll be live in a couple of hours with the game, the Augsburg game, and I'm hoping that Harry Kane's going to score a couple more goals. But yeah, till then, Mia Samia, peace out, people. Have a great day, and hopefully I will see you very soon.